Hey everybody, this is the Wargaming Guy bringing you some brand new news I just got today. Of course, you all know Panzer Corps 2 is going to be out this year, but if you missed the announcement today, the release for Panzer Corps 2 is going to be on March 19th, 2020 for PC only. It's going to be in English, German, Spanish, French, Russian, and Chinese. I am hoping to get a preview code. Expect that I probably will. So as soon as that happens and I get things set up and whatever, we'll be throwing up some videos on the channel. This will be a limited version, of course, of the game. The preview version is going to have 12 single-player missions on 2 different paths. You can lead the Wehrmacht into blitzkrieg assaults on Poland or France. Also, you can play 2 pre-made scenarios, an historical scenario, the Battle of Rzhev, playing the Russian side, and a hypothetical final defense of Berlin as the German side. So that's interesting. Now, when you get the game, the single-player campaign in the final game covers the entirety of World War II, but only from the German perspective, for starters. There are 61 scenarios arranged in a branching campaign that includes 14 hypothetical or alternative history scenarios, like what if you could assault the Middle East after conquering Egypt? What maybe invade the UK or even invade the USA? Yes, you get to try that out. The campaign ends in 1945 with either the defense of Berlin or the invasion of the United States. Here's some facts about Panzer Corps 2, some kind of contrasting it with the original Panzer Corps, which they are now calling Panzer Corps 1, obviously. They have 1,000 unit types compared to Panzer Corps 1's 700, and that only was the latest patch. So we got a lot more units to play with here, and we're just getting started. There are 61 scenarios in the single-player campaign. That's compared to Panzer Corps 1's original 26. They have a random map generator for skirmish, both single-player and multiplayer. They have a new tactical challenges game mode. Not quite sure what that is. That'll be interesting. They have live multiplayer, hot seat, and play-by-mail. And for those of you that are in the multiplayer, they have new features for that, like co-op tournaments and chat in the lobby. So there you go. And for those of you that love your high-quality graphics, they will support 4K. So you 4K folks out there, there you go. I'm personally not interested in 4K, but if you are, good for you. I'm sure I'll come around someday. Okay, they're going to have a much more powerful scenario editor. It's built in the Unreal Engine 4, whatever the heck that is. They're going to have and they'll have flexible alliance configurations for the co-op mode, free for all. Hundreds of custom camouflages and insignias, which can be assigned to any unit. Panzer Corps 1 did not support custom skins for units, so that means within all of the troops you have on the map at one time, you can supply custom skins for different groups. Like, okay, this battalion will get this, or this division will get that, and kind of help you tell them apart and keep them together. I think that's really cool. Dozens of map skins for different locations, seasons, and weather. Panzer Corps 1 only had 3. Simultaneous unit actions to greatly speed up the players and especially the AI turns, so they kind of all move together instead of, okay, we're going to watch 10 tanks run up this road now. That's a good idea. It'll be interesting to see how it works, but the concept is good, especially for the big scenarios. In-depth briefings with text, voice, and on-map markers. That's compared to the simple wall of text in Panzer Corps 1, so we're getting much more multimedia with this, of course. Here's a mind-blower, 60 minutes of music compared to Panzer Corps 1's original 8. 60 minutes! Gee, that's huge. Man, I hope it's good. And they have much more options to customize the game, interface, terrain units, animations, redefine all your hotkeys, etc. So this thing's going to be very customizable, which is really good. Now, here's a few of the new mechanics that they have in the game. Panzer Corps 2 includes the splitting up option. You can take a single unit and split it into 2 smaller detachments. Later, you can recombine them. Overrun. This is probably one a lot of you that have played Panzer Corps wanted to see. Tanks can push through destroyed units and carry on with their blitzkrieg. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I like the concept of having it. Encirclements. Cut enemy units off from their supply centers to form isolated pockets where units won't be able to receive reinforcements or ammo supplies, thus making them easier to kill. I'm sure that is also much needed. And I wonder if Order of Battle World War II had anything to do with them putting that in there. Capturing enemy equipment. I really like this one. You can use enemy units against their former owners. Yes. So we love to see those German T-34s and Shermans and those Russian Panthers or whatever. Yeah. Unique commander and hero abilities. Like a role-playing game, you can select initial traits, even negative ones, for your general, and attach heroes to units to give them game-changing abilities. I hope that they don't get too carried away with this. It'll be interesting to see how it works because, if you get too many heroes with too many abilities, it's just going to kind of throw the whole thing out of whack, I would think, but we'll see. They also have new systems for aerial and naval warfare. Fighters and bombers fly sorties out of their home bases, returning to them at the start of each turn. If you want to reach more distant objectives, you will need to conquer enemy airfields and move your squadrons there. Now, they said in the video today that the air units, as they fly back to their bases, they leave contrails in the sky. So I don't know. That sounds so cool. I have no idea what it's going to look like. And then they also have a configurable redo system. So you get to choose how much of the undo you want in your game. You can allow yourself to undo all actions, including attacks. Lame. Or you can limit yourself to only a few uses per mission, or even none if you're a true field marshal, they say. So, okay, if you really want to test yourself, that's good. So we know for sure Panzer Corps 2 is going to look very different. It's going to be a lot more to it. There's no price information here, sorry. Now, I have all the of Panzer Corps 1. I played most of it. I had sort of a love-hate relationship with that game in that I loved how simple it was. That was cool in a lot of scenarios. That was great. I didn't like how it played out, though. So, I kind of went back and forth with it. I kept buying it and playing it and wondering why sometimes. So I'm going to be really interested to see how different this plays. I know it's going to look different and look really cool. I've seen that from the videos. The question is, how will it play? And I'm really looking forward to finding that out. So I hope you've enjoyed the screenshots. I got a few of those for you and all this info. I'm not sure when your first video will be live on the channel, but as soon as I get my preview code and get the game loaded and dink around with it a little bit, try and figure out which end is up. You know me, I jump in early and let you see just how bad of a player I am, so they'll be coming soon. Yes, we're adding that means I'm adding another game to the channel, and I've already got more games that I know what to do with, so we're going to figure something out here, guys. Just bear with me while we work through all of this. We have a embarrassment of riches right now on the channel, which is unusual. So stay tuned for more information or the very first Panzer Corps video, whichever comes first. So till then, this is the Wargaming Guy. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about all this. Take care out there, and I will see you later.